Welcome back to NewsWire here on SportsGrid. Let's take a look at tonight's baseball slate. It is a very active Wednesday for baseball, very active afternoon for Wednesday. Usually it's Thursday that has the majority of day games. Well, we have a lot going on today, Rob. Rob Donaldson is here with us. So while the games are going on now, let's get to some of the later games and the night games. Appreciate, of course, you coming on. Let's start off with one of the hottest pitchers in baseball, and that is Sanchez on Philadelphia. Cristopher Sanchez, he is minus 138 against the Padres today. They've been a very perplexing team, total of 7. Every day I wake up, Rob, and I see people betting Tatis to hit a home run, and it just never happens. I think that everyone has just been donating money this season. It's kind of crazy, but I think these two teams are kind of even on paper, but man, Sanchez is just pitching fantastic.
Absolutely. And kind of to your point, the Padres are a very boomer bust lineup that has largely been bust in a lot of games this season. They've had their fair share of, the double digit scoring outputs because they can have a lot of guys in that lineup that go yard. But the reality is this total of a flat 7 for the full game is probably pretty accurate. And even when you're looking at, Walker Buehler on the other side, you also got to factor in that a guy like a Brandon Marsh just got pulled out of the game last night for who knows what reason, and whether or not he'll be in the lineup today, who knows? And he's been one of the hottest hitters in this Phillies lineup. So I think both sides of the coin here could be really subdued offensively. I love the first 5 actually going under a flat 4. That's where I grabbed it. And even if you want to dabble with the full game market as well, I like that under a 7 there too.
All right, so the Rays-Orioles is the interesting one here, and that's a 6:30 p.m. game. So in doing my internet sleuthing, which I do here as always on the show, I have Steven Matz pitching for Tampa Bay. It looks like that the Orioles may throw Trey Gibson. That's the guy, Trey Gibson, as the potential opener today. Maybe Bassett would be the bulk guy here. And don't look now, but I mean, look, I think the Orioles are super disappointing, but they're playing a little bit better here. Finally, 6:36 p.m. Eastern. Steven Matz is back off the IL. He's starting against the Orioles, and I guess that's why the line is more of a pick 'em, because finally Baltimore seems to be playing a little bit better.
Yeah, and honestly, the detriment of the Orioles the last few seasons has been anytime they're going up against the lefty, that offense just couldn't put up runs because a lot of their premium bats, whether it was, Santander in the past, Gunnar Henderson, a lot of their premium bats struggled against that side of a pitcher. And now, because of the revamp that they've done to their lineup, and when you factor in that guys like Pete Alonso, Adley Rutschman, Austin Jackson, Kobe Mayo, Taylor Ward, they're all hitting the ball really well right now from the right-handed side of the plate. And obviously Adley, a switch hitter as well. But I think when you're looking at the Orioles lineup against lefties this season, it's been a magical kind of revelation. And over the last couple weeks here as well, that's kind of been where their wins have come. I tend to think the Orioles are the side in this game for the full game. And even on a kind of a team total front, I really like the O's today.
All right, now 6:41 p.m. Eastern, we get the Angels and Tigers, both teams, seemingly not going anywhere this season. The Tigers at least have some optimism, I would think, but today the Angels have their 1 out of 5 days where they think they have a shot because they got their best pitcher on the mound in José Soriano. He'll face off with Casey Mize of Detroit as they wait to get Skubal back. The question will be, is it too late? Detroit minus 124 today, and I think probably, Rob, people look at that and just jump on Detroit, not understanding that Soriano is just far and away the Angels' best pitcher this season.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is, Detroit was one of the teams that was pegged as a potential contender out of the American League, or at least a team to make it past just the wild card round in the playoffs. Well, you look up the standings and look at these two teams. The Tigers, after yesterday, are now below the Angels in the AL standings, and actually, they're below everybody. They are the worst team in the American League in terms of record. They're one of their last 9, or one of the last 10, rather, in terms of the win-loss column. They've been an absolute disaster, and yeah, they do have some injuries. Those guys will kind of come back into the fold, both on the pitching front and the lineup front, and they'll start to kind of resurrect some of these woes. But ultimately, I think this team is just a team that right now is living in the doldrums. The mood is terrible, and they're playing like it. I don't want anything to do with the Tigers, and so I will take the Angels kind of begrudgingly here.
Yeah, that's a coin flip type game. Okay, so the Cubs are going through it right now. Longest losing streak in baseball. They've won 10 in a row. They've lost now 10 in a row. Talk about an up and down season. They're in Pittsburgh again today with a chance to break the streak. Odds makers are saying certainly possible. Minus 116 on the Pirates side, minus one. So it's a coin flip game. Total 8.5 in this one. And certainly it's sort of stunning to me to see a team this talented lose 10 games in a row. But I've learned long enough, Rob, in sports betting that you tend to just go with the trend and keep going with it. I know a lot of people are probably thinking, I got to go against it because they got to win eventually. Well, if you did that 7 days in a row, you've lost 7 days in a row too. What do you make of this one?
Yeah, when you look at the Cubs, the pitching is just flat out isn't there. And so they needed to be in contention down the stretch to sort of warrant making those moves at the deadline that they didn't make last season. Well, now the lineup's also in disarray. The pitching is still terrible. And Jameson Taillon, who's a human pinata at this point, is taking the bump again. I mean, if you're looking for a potential DFA candidate, given who they have in the minors right now, Jameson Taillon is kind of on that budding edge with another couple bad starts. Bubba Chandler on the other side for the Pirates, not a good looking surface level ERA, but he's not allowing a lot of hard contact right now, which kind of gives me that optimism. And so a bad lineup for the Cubs right now, a pitcher that I think can experience positive regression over the next few starts. This tends to feel like another Pirate spot. And if you do want also just a player prop here, Oneil Cruz, look for a home run, look for the over 1.5 hits plus RBIs. That's where I'm heading.
All right, good one there. All right, final game to preview here. Let's do Braves and Red Sox. Yesterday, I just simply looked at this one, Rob, with another guest on the show and said, wait a second here. Why are the Braves not a bigger favorites against Boston? Like, they're much better. Yeah, and truth be told, the Braves had to rally yesterday, but I would probably just do the same thing again today. Like, I don't get it. Atlanta's just way better than Boston. Why are these lines pick 'em here?
Hey, I totally hear you, but I am going with the Red Sox here because I will die on the hill that Bryce Elder is going to experience that drop off in a massive way sooner rather than later. Go ahead and give me the Red Sox at plus money and also take a Yoshida player prop there too.
Yeah, he likes Yoshida 2+ total bases at plus 146 today. Also, Luis Angel Acuna over a half a hit today. Phillies Padres under first 5 minus 115. Thanks, Rob, for coming on the show. Appreciate it.